Hello, this is Dalen 75 Games. You are looking at Crusader Kings II, Sons of Abraham. Now, I've been really wanting to play Europa Universalis IV. I haven't even played it yet, and I've had it since September. It's now December 1st. I hear it's pretty much the best version of anything that Paradox Interactive has released so far. And Crusader Kings II will actually be able to lead directly into that game. Your save will carry over into Europa Universalis IV, or EU4 is what I'm going to call it for short. And so that gives you about 1,000 years of gameplay, actually, pretty close to it. This starts in 867, and EU4 ends in 1820. That's a heck of a long time. And Crusader Kings II by itself is an awesome game. I'm not sure if anybody watching this has played it before, but it's actually as addictive as crack, and at times it's more addictive than Civilization V, I would say. It's kind of like a role-playing version of the EU series. It's more focused on family and rivals within your kingdom, and marriage alliances and vassals and dukes, and keeping everybody happy. It can get tedious, just like for anybody who hasn't played it, will clue in that yes, a lot of your battles are actually within your own realm, with dukes and counts uprising against you. However, if you are smart and don't grow too enormous, like trying to cover the entire map, which is easy to do, just not easy to keep, then it shouldn't be too hard. Now, I haven't played this game as much as I'd like. I think I picked it up. I actually picked it up right around the time that EU4, when I bought EU4. I bought all the EUs since EU2, so 2, 3, and 4. I played EU3 many, many times in the past 6 years. Now that EU4 is out, I'd really like to play it. The graphics are supposed to even be better than Crusader Kings II. And having 1,000 years of gameplay, where each day is about a second on normal speed, it's pretty damn awesome. Although that would literally take weeks and weeks of playing at, say, 10 hours a day. That might be a month or two, going at the speeds that I play. And I don't play super fast. I don't like to play where I just feel I'll miss stuff that goes by too fast. There are things during the year, even when I'm not at war, that I like to do to try to keep my kingdom happy. And if it's going by at maximum speed, where each year is going, you have like 20 seconds, then or less, and you just can't keep up. I'm sure some people do that to get the years to go by faster, but that's just not my play style. So just because I'm not going to be playing Civilization V, sorry, I'm still stuffed up. Because I'm not playing Civilization V through December, I figured I would throw this in. And because the music's all made for in-game, and it's not versions of classical music like it is in Civ 5, there shouldn't be any copyright issues whatsoever. Now, you have various dates that you can start in. The latest is 1337. I have not really played the old gods as much as I would like using the pagans. And I think this is where a lot of people, once they got this expansion earlier this year, like to do, is play as one of the Norse. And I do have Swedish ancestry in me, though I know practically nothing about them, other than the name was Hack, H-A-A-K. And they settled in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, when they came over 100 years ago. So, this is, this is all kind of Sweden right here, modern Sweden. However, this is the most powerful kingdom in Sweden at the time. And I think, if you're smart and know how to play the game, you can use any one province, minor, and take over everything. They're called counties in this game, so it's not the same as EU, where they call it provinces. But they're counties here. And this is the petty kingdom of Svipjod. I'm going to call it Svipjod, and I don't really care too much if I'm wrong, but anyone can correct me if they know how to pronounce it properly. But I don't even know what that is. It looks like a P. It's a funny looking P. So Svipjod, I'm just going to call it Svipjod. It will turn into Sweden eventually. As you conquer more, you can claim Sweden as your kingdom. And from there, you can go on and conquer the rest and form Scandinavia. I want to keep the pagan religion Norse and upgrade it to, oh, I forget what it's called. You get a better, more empire-spanning religion version of it. And as you can see in this year, England is under siege from various Norse kings attacking. Right here, Jorvik. They're concentrated in Jorvik, but there's several armies in here trying to take over the rest of the island nation. And Wessex is pretty much the Christian force on the island to try to hold them back. I'm not sure about Scotland. Now, I've had a playthrough before where one of the Norse took over the entire place here, and it was called Scotland with a K. Scotland, and they're all Norse religion. And then they went on to conquer like the entire northern part of Europe, like including Denmark. It was weird. And then Islam took over all of Spain and marched all the way into to Central Europe and took over Italy, and then oddly enough, it was, what are the religions? It gets a little messy if you start this early. It was something like the Tengri religion, some of the Plains religions. They basically swallowed up the eastern half and destroyed the Byzantine Empire, swallowed up the eastern half, took over all this. It was very strange. And then Islam was still down here, and I got up to the 1100s something, and the map was just unrecognizable. I mean, there's a couple Christian states still left, but they were so small, and all this was Norse. All of it. And I was marching into northern Russia as Scandinavia. And I was the leader of the Norse religion. So, to get back, independent realms. Let's start as Svipjod in 867. Alright, so there are a few things I'll need to do before I can continue on here. And I'm going to do them now, and that's just the settings. Because it's probably all crazy what's the messages I'm going to get. Message settings. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Excuse me. Fix the message settings. So I get the messages that I want. And this is the game world right now. I thought Hungary was here. I know Hungary will. I mean, historically it showed up right here, but I'm not sure if with this new Sons of Abraham, if they've changed it, because I just don't remember Bulgaria being there like that. This is the remains of Charlemagne's empire. And here's the last Christian kingdoms in Spain. And there's the Muslim Empire. Okay, so we are Svipjod, and we are currently at war. Starts out this way. I haven't done any changes to the game other than the message settings, so don't worry. And my brother, King Halfdan Whiteshirt, Petty King of Jorvik. And I'm part of this war. I think others will join him. He's against fighting King Aelia of Aelia? I can't even read that. Old Anglo-Saxon of Northumberland. So he has Mercia and Wessex. So basically the Christian kings outside of Scotland are on his side on the island. And here he has a 31,000 man army of Vikings. Can't see the enemy. Oh, it's pretty fast zoom in and out. So he starts out with like a toehold, and I'm not sure what they're going to do from there. But I supported this when I first played, and I kind of wasted my soldiers. I mean, they come back, just take a little while. And you can't actually, I mean, you can have a retinue, which is your standing army, and that gets built up over time with technology and size, and the size of your empire and your titles and stuff. And I'm definitely not an expert in this game. though I played it enough to know the basics. I think I'm competent at it, so not like how I am with Civilization 5, but I'm pretty good. Alright, so we have no army. What to do? Pick an ambition. So this is my guy that I'm playing as, King Bjorn Ironside of Svipjod. And he's married to Queen Ileana of Svipjod. So we're quite old for starting out, especially back in these days. I'm 46 and she's 45. And I have a son who's age 27. And it shows the religion and everything. There's just so much detail. If I just went and started to kind of like say how to play this game, it would probably be about 10 half-an-hour episodes. Yeah, so for those who don't know, this would be really hard to follow. But if you want to learn, you'll pick it up as I go. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a complete playthrough of this. I might play here and there and post videos of it and how I'm doing. But for the most part, I really want to get to EU4. But this game is also a lot of fun, and I don't want to miss out on it. So, my father's dead. He died at 60, and my mother is currently 65. I have a daughter, and she's married. Married to, I don't know where this dude is. Somewhere here? Homegarder. Well, you know, actually, this whole area was kind of, not so much, well, I'd say taken over, because I was just reading about this time. And they called them the Russ, which means the rowers, and they came from Scandinavia. A lot of Swedes did that. And they basically dominated trade, and they set up their forts. I think one of their forts turned into Kiev eventually. And they eventually adopted the Slavic culture and languages as their own, but they had a huge impact, probably around the era timeline of 600 to about 900 AD. And then after that, they became very Slavic, and I think they had a huge influence at the time. And actually, you know, it's possible to go take a river, because you can, as the Vikings, I'm not sure if you can as other kingdoms, but as the Vikings, you can go right through here, this river that you can take. Not sure, I think it's, is this join right here? I think so. Shows that it does. And it goes all the way up here, so you can go cut, basically with your whole fleet and armies, you can cut right through here. It's a lot quicker than going this far around. Alright, so pick an ambition. I haven't played this in a few months, so I'll be a little rusty at the moment. Might have been actually a month and a half ago when I last played it. Become King of Sweden, that's always something nice. So we have children already, so we can't use that. So looking at his skills, he's good in martial, very good in diplomacy, stewardship, it's not too hot. Intrigue and learning is poor. Well, he won't get King of Sweden. I seriously, because I mean, he could die at any time. That's the randomness of the game. You can die from one battle. You can die after 100 battles. It's just very randomized. There's a small percentage of things like that happening. The way to lose a game is to lose your dynasty. And again, if I pronounce things wrong, please don't attack me for it. Just kindly correct me in the comment section. Choose an ambition. I usually pick this, but I don't think he's going to get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for, see, learning. Intrigue is for like assassinations and things like that. But learning, I forget what it is. Oh. Improved stewardship. I think amass wealth is a nice thing to have, but this early in the game, I think it would be difficult to get 500. But that's nice. It adds just 1 to stewardship right away. And that's how much income you'll get. That's also how many counties you can have as your own. And you have to you only have a certain number. So right now I have 3. It's my denizen. Demizene. I don't know. I've always called it Demizene. And probably these, yeah. These three are mine. These three are mine, but the rest is given off to other, like, dukes and counts. Duke is somebody who has more than one. This is a duke. But it says chief, so that because we're pagan, we might have different names. But technically, count is someone who has one county, and a duke is someone who has more than one county. So I didn't pick my ambition yet, have I? Not sure what to go for. I think I'm just going to go for improved learning. These traits also get inherited by your children. Now, he's too old, but he has a child, a grandson, who will be in line for, not sure where he is. See, this is where it gets a little complicated. It's just easier if you're reading it by yourself instead of having to read it all out loud. Line of succession, it's Gavelkind, which means it gets split up between all of your male heirs. Agnatic, Cognatic, I think that's male and female, so split up evenly between male and female. I have to check it out exactly. So this is my grandson. He's 7 years old. And make sure that he has a guardian. He does have a guardian, which means he's getting an education from him right now. And he's good with diplomacy. He's okay, Marshall. It could be better. And good with learning. Just leave him with him. Unmarried heir. Oh, what happened? What happened to his wife? He has a son. Okay. Sure how that happened. Because it doesn't show... Let's see, he's got to have a mother. No, it doesn't even show the mother. It should be right here. Okay, that is strange. Okay, so he's unmarried. And we're going to have to go hunting for a wife. So he can get married right away. Again, it's been a while since I played this. Usually just would come like that on what to do. Let's see. Diplomacy. Arrange marriage. This is just the courtiers I have. And that's not what I want. There's a different option. If I can get out of it. Thank you. Arrange betrothal. My son, and okay, that didn't work either. So there's a way to do it kind of like you're hunting throughout the kingdom, or all the entire map for suitable bride. Maybe it's here, arranged marriage. Yeah, here we go. I don't know why they have it as different that way. Okay, so very detailed, shows their religion, all of their traits here, and their skill level in each of the categories. So we're gonna want to go with Norse. You can always convert later if they like the person enough. So this is all the Norse people at the top. So this is what they are. Courtier is not the best, although you can. If they're really skilled enough, that's the thing. This is their age. You don't want them too old because they have, I think it's around 35, they can no longer have children. Actually, I don't find that realistic because my wife was 38 when we had our first, so. But you could easily say, well, it's a technology at the time. Well, if that being the case, then she should die at childbirth at age 40, 42. Mastermind, theologian. So the younger, the better if you want more children, although more children with the Gavelkind, which is splitting it up amongst them, is not a very good idea, which means endless civil wars. And because they'll all have claims on the title, and when they get old enough, they'll start raising armies and say it's mine if they can gain enough people to back them and they feel they have a chance. On the other hand, when you get later on, when you get, I think you have to get enough votes to do it from your vassals. I'm not sure if it's based on technology or not, but you'll be able to change the succession laws. And I forget what it's called. just get out of this. The laws. So this actually says the 3 people in line. So my daughter is 3rd in line, and my grandson is 2nd, and my son is 1st. Now, these are other laws you can change. Feudal taxation. It probably should be the first thing that I do. Tell you the truth. And basically it's put up for a vote. Right now it's not popular right now. It depends how popular you are, I think. It says who's the opponents right here, but it's not something I really pay attention to. Now, succession laws. It's not showing me. Anyways, there is a succession law where it's just your eldest son, and then from then on, in age. Or you can make it a female, eldest son or female, or just female. I think only the Basques start out with just female. I'm not sure if anybody else can do just female, but right now it's set at male and female for my kingdom. And it's a petty kingdom. I'm a petty king. Not super important in the world. I mean, there's a lot bigger places, such as West Francia. Or is it Francia? I don't know. I'm just going to call it Francia. East Francia. There's a lot, I mean, the biggest, obviously the biggest, most influential empire in the game would be the Byzantines at this point. And then you have the Muslim, the empires are all kind of split up, as you can see. And then basically what I see it as, this great big darkness area going back east. It's all pagans, and hard to travel through there because you take more attrition when attacking them until you reach a certain technological advancement. And as the Christians would see, this is basically darkness too, but to me this is my homeland, and I'm going to make it bright. We're going to take on all the sons of Abraham in this, and other, especially the Slavic in the east, southeast for me. Alright, so, unmarried heir, let's marry him off. I like the music in this game. Now, we have to find someone suitable. Because the traits get passed on to the children. And you don't want somebody that's too old and won't give you kids. You don't want somebody that's going to be backstabbing you or just making your ruler's life terrible. She's 15, shy, not very good, charitable. I forget when the age is when they stop getting education. She's got the child picture, so I don't think you can marry her yet. And this is their opinion. Okay, let's just stick with Norse. And this actually says where they're from. I'm not sure where the heck the county of Man is. But one of the first things that I do is I look for, I mean, we're looking for religion, right? But there's more to it than that. What the heck is a Gidja? It's like a, I think it's one like a priest, isn't it? They're all priests, if that's the case. Priestess. See, because the titles change with different cultures and religion. I can't really find anybody. Uh-huh. So there was a thing that you can go and choose. Detached. I'm gonna have to look at this. I'll be right back. I found the person I want. Bodil Gidja of Velis, whatever that's called. Anyways, what you have to do is you have to look at their traits, and these have a chance of passing on to the children. So she's mastermind theologian. She's just. Zealous, which I really like, is add some martial. Cruel, not so much, but it gives +1 intrigue. And lustful, more chance for having children, but that can also be a problem. I don't want too many children, and there's a better chance she'll cheat on me. However, look at her learning is 18, which is extraordinarily high. And she's age 22, so she's still young. I have no idea where she's coming from, where her place is. Court chaplain at Smolensk. So from some here, as you can see, if we're getting Norse people from in here, there's got to be some of the Norse religion out there. So back. Very easy to get sidetracked with this. Back to religion. Right here. She's definitely who I would like. And so she's lowborn, but there's nobody but lowborn. And I was looking through there. Now maybe I should actually check that out again. If you go to here and you go to Dynasty, all I see is courtiers. Religion, opinion, rank. How about that? It's rank? Yeah, so we got a bunch of priestesses, and it's very limited on who I can marry. As you notice, there's not even one Christian or Abrahamic faith in all of here. It's just the pagans. Regardless, she may be lowborn, but that's who we're going to go with. 100, minus 100 prestige, and prestige is extremely important for pagans at the start, especially before they have the reformed version of their religion. Definitely not matrilineal, so I'm pretty sure she'll accept. And start having more children. It almost, I mean, he has one son. It might not be too smart to marry her now that I think of it. He could be single. Unmarried heir. 2 titles can be created. So this is your council. These people are very important. And it says their skill 20, 19. These are really good. So what you first thing you also want to do when starting out is, now if I can remember, so fabricate claims, improve diplomatic relations, somebody you want to send out. What I also like to do is check out my vassal's opinion. So it goes from 100 all the way down. So I'm pretty much liked across the board. It could be better. He's a mayor, but you don't really want to go down that low. All you care about is counts, but I think they're chiefs for the Norse. And all the chiefs love me, basically. Fabricate claim. Sow descent. I'm gonna try to maybe just put it here. I'm not even sure what our relations is with him. Opinion me 52, so he's about in the middle. We're allies, we're in the same war. So back to the council. We have my marshal. Now I like to have him research military texts. Upland is my capital. As you can click on here, these are the holdings. Temple, City of Sigtuna. I took that over in my Civilization 5 Let's Play. City of Burka. You can expand. Looks like I can expand 2 more. See, other places only have so many you can expand. And it's more tax, more people, larger armies, and it costs a heck of a lot to expand. I mean, it's, what, 800? And you can choose what goes in there, city, temple, or castle. And each one gives different things to you. Different benefits. Castles take the longest to siege. I think temples are the quickest, and then cities are in the middle. Right, back to counselors. We've got our marshal researching military tech, our steward research economy tech, which I like as well. I'll just put him there. Spy master, study technology. I like to put him abroad. There's a chance I'll get caught doing that, but Constantinople. And the seer, improve religious relations. Not really necessary because we'll be the head of it. This is to convert people, proselytize, and research cultural tech. And we'll just put them in our capital. So we have 3 people research it, 4 people technically, because the spy master's down there to steal some tech. And that's it for my council. And we're going to go to war now that we're kind of set up. First choice will be one of these Or here, I mean, there's a lot of little kingdoms to go to war with. Time to go crazy, raise up the levies, raise the levies, and let's go to town and start conquering. Have to see that in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe.